A skeleton in the portal? REM pod going wild? A possible demon? Grab a snack and help us unpack all that and more. It's time for Ghost Files Debrief. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ryan Bergara, and that thing over there is my colleague, Shane Madej. Shane?
Each week, we look back at our most compelling evidence, behind-the-scenes moments, and answer your burning questions.
This week, our episode is sponsored by Casetify.
This episode of Ghost Files Debrief is sponsored by our friends over at Casetify. Seriously, we love using Casetify to protect our company phones, because we gotta. And Casetify's Bounce Case is their most protective case yet, with expanded corners to help your case really bounce. It can protect your phone from a 21.3-foot drop. It's 20% more protective and 6 times the military standard, which means it's been drop tested 156 times, and we're about to make it 157. A functional phone. Dropped. Does it remain functional and unharmed? Why, yes, it does. It's in perfect condition. Whoa, and there you have it. You know, Casetify's cases aren't just protective. They have over 2,000 amazing designs featuring work from exclusive and diverse global artists. Plus, Casetify cases are customizable, so you can make sure your phone suits your tastes. You're gonna look at it all the time. It might as well be what you want. And for our conscientious customers, Casetify is also committed to sustainability. They've recycled 51,000 cases through the Re-Casetify program, with 65% of those materials being recycled. Altogether, that means 20% less carbon emission and a 20% happier Earth. Casetify's biggest sale of the year is coming up this Black Friday and Cyber Monday. It's the perfect time to get the best value on your iPhone 14 case if you've upgraded, or get a great personalized gift for your loved one. They have cute little accessories too. Little phone straps, little phone charms. All I'm saying is just go on over to casetify.com/watcher for 15% off your order. You will not regret it. Thank you again to Casetify for sponsoring us. And now, back to the debrief. Thank you, Casetify. Well, it's the season finale.
That's right. Halloween has come and gone, but we're shooting this right now on, you know what, it's actually the Friday before Halloween.
That's right. We gotta figure out what our Halloween costumes are gonna be.
That's a good point. I have no idea what we're gonna be for Halloween. But this was a fun episode, and you know, just a good debrief.
What?
Sorry, something's going on in my tummy. I think maybe there's a snag in there. No, actually, maybe.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hobo Hill.
Hobo Hill House, yes.
What led us there? What led us to Jeff City, Missouri? A beautiful town, by the way.
It was a good little town. The house was beautiful, obviously, as we said several times in the episode. Golden Hammer Award winning, and we got some cool stuff in there.
It was really fun. It was nice to go to a somewhat decent building,
yeah.
You know, and see a lovely home. You obviously got some little snacks there, which was nice.
Yeah, I did get some snacks. I ate my nice little popcorn there. It was a good time, and a fitting finale for the series.
Yeah.
Season finale, not series finale. We'll be back.
Oh, we'll be back. As we've said, we've already shot one episode of season 2, which is very exciting. Big shout out to Jeff City, by the way. Everyone we met there was really nice.
That's true. Yeah, they were really nice. And now a debrief of our investigation of Hobo Hill, starting with the evidence.
Ooh. Yes.
You know, I love the evidence. I do love.
So what are we starting out with? The Estes method?
Yeah, we'll start out with the Estes method.
Show it. Show the clip. Roll the clip. Do you put something in a box and drag it around? Is that it? Yes. Oh, cool. All right. Pretty conclusive. Great. We learned something here. That was nice.
It's a good response to get right there. You asked the Dr. Cuck if that's what you do, put things in a box and drag them, and we got a pretty clear yes.
How clear were these things to you when you were hearing them? Because I know people have often asked us to also release the audio of what you hear, which seems very complicated considering the machinery we're using.
I don't even know how you would yet go about recording that.
I would say that you got to take all of this with a grain of salt because it is the spirit box, so it's really up to interpretation.
I mean, it's pretty clear, yes.
I don't think you're bending over backwards you're hearing what you hear.
I mean, yeah, especially because you see in the episode, there's a lot of things I said that don't make sense. I would say that the yes was pretty clear.
What else happened in the Estes? I don't know.
That was the best one, in my opinion. But,
Okay, really thrilling. What's next?
Sorry, it was just daydreaming.
About what?
Wood.
But I'll say this, since this is our season finale of Debrief as well, it's been really fun to do the Estes method all season. It's been a fun little, is that you as a child? Don't look at it too long. It's been very fun to do the Estes method all season. For me personally, I'm not tired of it yet. I don't believe that it's scientific at all, that it continues to be pseudoscience. So I want that to be known, okay? And I apologize if that offends you, but that's sort of how it is. This is brilliant, because Ryan's not even defending himself right now. But hey, it's fun to think about, huh? Fun to think about this stuff, these other sciences that we don't know about.
That's correct.
Okay, what's our next bit of evidence?
Oh, we got the SLS figure,
Stickman.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool clip.
Let's check it out.
It is possible that they're further away through the portal, so we could give sort of a, show us your body!
Whoa! Whoa! Oh, shit, it came up as soon as that happened. Whoa! 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 Oh, shit!
That's a tall fucking...
That's a tall ass person.
So this was in the closet when we were looking for the big tall hat man?
That's right, yeah. You got I mean, you shouted show yourself and it appears directly on cue.
Was.
A lot of times when we recreate evidence in this show, it's like, this is probably not gonna get recreated because the odds are very slim. And we had been looking at that closet for, I wanna say a good 10 to 15 minutes before.
A while, yeah.
And as a last resort, Shane just shouted, show yourself, as he often does because he gets frustrated.
That's true.
And then did you just fart or was that
No,
the chair?
that was the chair, I promise. Give it a sniff. Sniff right now.
I think I'm good. I'm gonna take your word for it.
All right.
If that's the only way I could judge whether or not that's, I don't sense anything.
Yeah.
But I was interesting to see show yourself and have that thing show up immediately. So I think this is actually some of the coolest evidence we've caught this season.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
I think the next piece of evidence we're gonna go to now is the bedroom. But
let's take a look.
If there's a demon here, turn the light on.
hey, wait a second. You can't just keep asking that. You can't just. I don't think there's anything
that's
here.
the whole...
Oh, fuck, and they both went out at the same time. Holy shit. Fuck off, man.
I was singing over there.
Ooh, boy, that's some juicy evidence. I could feel it in my belly.
So this was when the, lights turned on or something?
Yeah, we got the light turning on at the same exact time as the REM pod. You were screaming at it.
Turn on the light,
turn on the light, turn on the REM pod if there's a demon.
Hey, do this, go on.
And then it does both of them at the same time, which is pretty freaking crazy, honestly. Like the fact that, and there was also a part in the beginning of that scene where we have something, it seems like walk from the balcony all the way over to the light. So we have the REM pod go off and then the light in succession. And then this time it's both at the same time when you ask it to confirm it's a demon. I think that's pretty cool.
Hey, I got a question for the folks at home. You know, this is the last debrief of the season. I've seen some people who say, you know, I wish they'd talk about the evidence more. There's really not much to say about it beyond what we say. If there's a different way to tackle it that you'd like us, hey, chime off. If we're talking about the evidence too much, also chime off in the comments. Yeah, give us some feedback. It's the end of a season. Keep it constructive, thanks.
What it comes down to is I believe we got some compelling things. And
I think it's all horseshit.
Yeah, but I mean, I think when you have something that's proximity based, like a mag light or a REM pod, and they both go off at the same time when you ask them to, it's pretty goddamn good.
You know, it's things happening in a house. What's next, Ryan? What do we got?
Oh, we got the REM pod.
Spirits of Hobo Hill House! Ryan Bergara will soon enter by his lonesome, and I encourage you to really fuck him up. Throw him down the stairs, pull his little eyeballs out of his weird head, knock the teeth out of his mouth, fuck up the floorboards and pull him to hell!
Pretty much the exact opposite of what I asked you to say. You're breaking the rules right now, I'll have you know that. You have to do what I say you have to do.
I don't give a shit, baby. It's a season finale and all bets are off! Wild card, motherfucker!
I'm not doing what he's asking me in there. This thing was going bananas.
That thing was, there was steam coming out of the thing. It was going, woo, 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 we got a Babadook.
It took all season, but finally the dam broke, and we got some nice, juicy evidence.
Yeah, that thing was, it was smoking, man. That thing was going crazy when I was in the house.
It was really scary to see it light up that closet. Like, to see the closet light up red and green was fucking insane looking. And the fact that REM pod is sitting in the portal, which means there could be who knows how many things walking out of that portal.
Do you think a bunch of ghouls and goblins were in the portal, just sort of like, just peeking out?
I think they were coming out to have a good time. They saw that they liked the vibe. They liked that we were setting up a party at this Golden Hammer rated place, and then they wanted to have, come party.
I've mentioned this before. One of the things that's scariest to me when being in, like any location, again, I don't believe in ghosts, but purely from like a horror movie perspective,
yeah,
I think it's environmentally very spooky when you're in a building and you hear a noise, elsewhere in the building. So to hear that REM pod going beep, 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 boop, boop, bop, 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 over there in the stairwell while I was over up in the bedroom or something, that's nice. It's a nice bit of mood and atmosphere.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
You even say it in the episode, if you thought that the REM pod indicated anything that was
at all
noteworthy or dangerous, you'd be very alarmed.
Yeah.
And I actually thought you were joking when you said the REM pod was going crazy. So to see the fact that it was
when I walked out and told you that?
Because it wasn't going crazy during my solo, so clearly they wanted to party with you, and maybe not with me. Which
Who
is
can
fine.
blame them? I'm a fun guy.
Sure, why not? Moving right along to our next segment, Phantom Files. You get it? It's like fan. It's it's like a pun. Where we look at fan-submitted art from throughout the season. Look, we got a lot of art. We got a lot to chew through here. So let's try and get through this as fast as we can, and maybe
Well, we can enjoy it. We don't have to, do a speed run here.
Oh, that's true. No, I'm just saying that there was so much.
People worked hard on this.
There was so much cool art submitted by all of you guys that I felt bad.
Oh, holy moly! There is a lot here.
It felt like we needed to showcase as much of it as possible. So we're not going to do as much interaction with each piece of what?
Oh, are we gonna do like a little?
Sorry, my tongue got tied there.
Are we gonna do a little montage?
Let me untie my tongue there really quick. Okay, that's better. Yeah, with each piece of art, we're not going to be able to do as much. So, but we do want to show it and give you guys the opportunity for everyone who's watching this to see this great art, because it's a lot to chew on. All right, we got 19 here. Let's go to Twitter_Kelly Halsey 11.
Really cool. Is that each of the locations?
Wait, let me see.
Oh, it's kind of hard to tell. Oh no, it's just sort of locations we've gone through over the. That's cool. It's a little animatic.
That is pretty cool.
That's great, Kelly. Who we got next? This is from Tumblr, Sam of the Swamp. Is this your king? You with the little dummy.
Yeah, this is a great moment from St. Ignatius of me losing my mind in the hallway and holding a dummy up by its head.
Here's another one from Tumblr from CharPNG. That's us surrounded by a bunch of little ghoulies.
Very fun, very fun. We look a little different in these pictures. I can't place why we look different.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's go to Tumblr, Atomic Baz.
Oh, another nice little animatic. I see us, whoa!
Wait, let me see the animatic. I want to see it. Whoa! Well, some red eyes. That's really cool, Atomic Baz. Thank you for that. Moving on to another Tumblr, Mac and Cheems. Got some really good art here. Me with my ghost net that's still, of course, in R&D. I'm trying to get the foomp sound as good as it could possibly can be. Look out for that net in future seasons. But we got our Jog King here, and we've been jogging ever since.
Okay, what's next? This is from
Inked Rings.
That's very lovely, inked rings. I love the set back there. Looks very dramatic.
I'm gonna check it out. This is another press play situation.
Then we've got Ravano with T. There's Ryan with your ghoul net.
Another. I love it. I love
your
the
ghoul net
mention
there?
of the net. Also, we look like Funko Pops. Shane's
Yeah,
favorite.
we do look like little guys.
Moving on here to Twitter. This is WayneGBT_MP3. We got the professor in the Ghost Files gear.
Love to see that.
Ironic because he himself is a ghost now.
Yeah, maybe he's looking for the living.
I hope not. Going to Twitter now, back to, let's go to Bree_Chantel_art. This is just a beautiful rendering here.
Really nice.
Very inquisitive look on my face
I like the
there.
style.
It's good style there.
Then from Twitter we got Cheesymation. Am I dead?
It looks like it. You look like you're a sopping wet ghoul there.
Oh, I don't mind that.
There was a lot of wet ghouls in this last
It was a
episode.
wet season and a wet episode.
Shane being here looks like he's doing his best Chief Puddle situation here. Maybe you should be that for Halloween.
Chief Puddle?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. I really got to come up with a costume ASAP.
I can't think of. It's a little last minute. I hate when I can't figure out a costume at the last minute and I'm just scrambling.
Yeah. And you're like, what am I gonna be?
Because then you're kind of just in a situation where you're gonna put something together that's half-assed. You go to a costume party, everyone's really like doing it up.
Yeah.
And now you're just kind of showing up there, metaphorically empty-handed with this half-assed effort.
Yeah.
And maybe it's something where you just bit off more than you could chew.
Yeah, that happens. Next one's from Bonnie's 3 a.m. time. That's us with two big old spookies behind us. Love to see that.
Nice. Going to Twitter for Tenacious B.
Oh, cool.
Like
We look cool here, and we look cool in a lot of these. That's the fun thing about fan art. Makes you look cooler than you actually are.
That's true. Continuing on, that JP Heron, fun little
a whole comic here.
It's a comic about the moment that I ripped ass to get you to shut your mouth.
Oh yeah, lovely.
Moving on to Instagram, the sad art man, and there's a sad little Ryan with, oh my God, there's like a demon Shane in the background. I didn't even realize that.
Oh yeah.
It's creepy as hell.
Spooky guy.
Continuing on Instagram, Lux_La.
Incredible.
This is just
Lux La is actually the person who made the poster
which
for
is
this
great.
season.
It's incredible art as always. Continuing on, Carnivora_Leopard. This is me fucking doming Timmy in the face with a blue ball.
Hell yeah.
Moving on here to
Katarti?
Katarti. Another fun piece of art here while we figured out your name.
They're really nice.
Schwamps on Instagram. It's a pretty accurate rendering of your proportions.
That's true. Yeah.
But for mine, that's what I would look like if I had giant Shane legs.
Yeah. And last but not least, who could forget Captain Elize? Ooh, this is a spooky one.
Yeah, that's a.
What is happening to us here?
You look scary in general. Look
I
at
know,
your
I
face.
do.
If you stood in like behind doors like that and people opened it and you were just sitting there smiling like that,
That'd be freaky.
fucking freaky.
This is the tip of the iceberg of all the wonderful art we've seen this season. And thank you to everyone who sent us stuff and made stuff. It's been so fun to see it all. And it's fun to see everybody get excited about the show. It's been a great season.
It's been a good season.
We got some questions to answer, right?
Oh yeah, it's time for the last section of the show. Qua.
Qua! We say qua. You say
qua.
qua. Qua. Qua. No, we say it 3 times. Qua. Qua. Fuck it, it's qua time.
This is Qua, where we answer questions directly from you, the viewers at home, including 2 questions every week exclusively from our patrons over on Patreon.
Who also, coincidentally, got to watch every episode of Ghost Files a day early this season and will be treated to behind-the-scenes updates and bloopers now that the season's over. That's fun.
That sounds.
We got to put up that blooper of me talking about popcorn for 2 minutes.
Let's get to the first question here.
Yes, these are from Patreon, I believe. What did puddle smell like? Sorry, this is from Snowy on Patreon. What did the puddle smell like?
Piss.
It smelled like piss, pee-pee, pss. It did. No, it smelled very like mineral-y, right?
No, yeah, it didn't. Yeah, it did kind of smell mineral-y. I think that's because it was on fucking cement.
Yeah. But it smelled almost like coppery, almost like a what would I say? It didn't smell good, but it didn't smell like like shit. It just smelled like go outside and sniff the ground. How's that? Find some cement somewhere and sniff it for a while. Do that. That's the Ghost Files challenge. Go sniff some cement.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Continuing on with Patreon.
And you can get answers like that if you subscribe to our Patreon. a smaller pool of questions over there. Some more like. By the way, I'll hop on Patreon.
It's a puddle
after this.
over there.
I'll answer some questions in the comments too, just for to give people a little end of the season bump over there.
We should call that the, because we're fishing from a pool of questions on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter, but we're fishing from a puddle over on Patreon.
Oh, the Patreon puddle.
The Patreon puddle.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go to Norms_Minions on Patreon for the debrief. Was it the snack or just the vibes of the house that made Ryan seem more normal during his solo investigation this time? I think it was both. The house's vibes were not, they weren't ominous or antagonistic, I would say. I thought the vibes of the house were pretty good. Obviously the house was beautiful, but also, anytime I have popcorn, it's gonna improve my mood.
Another one from Patreon, or should we go to YouTube? TubeTown?
Let's go to TubeTown.
Let's go to TubeTown. This is from Lil Speaks. It says, what is it like to go through family homes? Any specific thoughts on being in a place where kids used to play and things like that?
It does change the vibe of the investigation because it's much more personal. You're going through someone's history essentially.
Yeah.
What is a history but a catalog of ghosts?
Yeah.
It definitely brings a different air to the investigation. It actually does kind of make it a little creepier. There's something a little bit unsettling about a very nice, pristine home having some darkness under it.
A little less foreboding than the Sally house, but it is fun. There's a wonderful guest book there, and it seems like a lot of people do stay there to spend the night, see if they hear anything, and it's always fun to go through those guest books. You saw us doing a little bit.
Don't you mean the log book?
The log? The log?
Log book?
Logs.
Logs.
Log. Well, I don't know what just happened.
That was weird.
But you gotta, it's fun to go there and read through it because it's fun to see everybody's experiences and read and be like, that's bullshit, that's bullshit, that's bullshit, these people are dumb. Really? I'm just kidding.
Let's go to, Instagram, Grahamtown. This comes from Noah Seesaw. For the debrief, if you were stranded on an island, which 3 ghosts from this season would you bring with you and why? Bonus, what single communication device would you choose to bring?
What's the pool here? Nighttime Dan is the only one that really,
well,
obviously nighttime.
It's not the pool, it's the puddle.
It's a puddle.
Chief Puddle.
So we got Chief Puddle, we got Nighttime Dan.
We got Devil Baby.
Devil Baby!
The screaming lady from I believe she was from Waverly or Ignatius, I can't recall. We got the nun.
I love the nun.
The nun from St. Ignatius. Charles Hull, the guy you killed.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna have to bring Nighttime Dan.
He's a shoo-in.
I'm gonna have to bring that Devil Baby. And then I'm probably gonna have to bring Chief Puddle because I wanna see what his deal is.
Screaming woman.
Yeah.
She's coming.
Good to have around.
Yeah, fun, something to do, watch her scream.
That's right, keeps the environment vibrant and loud.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it keeps the energy up,
Yeah. And you could always be like, let me hear you scream!
Can I hear you scream? And she'll just be like, ah! Be like, yeah, this is fun. All right, something to do. It's like having a television almost.
Or like a pet goat.
Devil Baby seems like it would be really good at climbing trees and knocking down little coconuts to eat.
That's true.
So I'd probably bring Devil Baby. And it's got to be Dan.
Because if you're already creating the soundscape you've created here with the screaming lady, you're gonna want some music to back the vocals.
Because we'll have screaming woman over here going, ah! We'll have Devil Baby knocking coconuts out of the tree, so they'll be like, goom, 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 goom.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Nighttime Dan will be there. I don't know what he'll be.
He'll be chopping and screwing it up. He'll be recording. How like Ed Sheeran sometimes performs with his guitar and he presses that pedal
Ed.
and he records it and then he can loop it.
Yeah.
Nighttime Dan will be taking the screaming and instead of being ah, it'll be.
And wait, you do her. You'll be Dan on the remix, and I'll be coconuts falling out of the tree.
There we go.
That's good. I like that. Yeah. All right. Now, okay. All right.
Sorry. Yeah, really into it.
Started to sound like something different over there. Let us know in the comments which ghouls you'd love to be trapped on a desert island with.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, and what communication device? I'd probably bring the.
I'd bring the Ovilus.
Ovilus.
Ovilus is an absolute blast.
I think so. Okay. Moving on to Twitter. Tweet qua.
Mac on Twitter, Macaroni Noodles says, wait, so when you do the Estes method, is it the same noise as the annoying original Spirit Box, and then some rando voice, or is it just the words you hear? I'm assuming that the grating sound
You hear
would make
that? I did like a little Jason reference. And I went, it was pretty good.
Isn't it like, aren't there like specific words that it's supposed to be? Like, I don't know what it is. Anyway, good for Jason. We love Jason. Power to Jason.
Yeah, continue your
Great
question
guy. I'm assuming that the grating sound would make the Estes method unbearable. You do hear the
You do.
but there's something about it when you're blocking out the rest of the world. When it's blasting in a room, it's insufferable. But when you have the earphones on and you're blocking out, like, it doesn't have to be super loud because they're already noise canceling. So it's not super loud. You can't really hear anything else. You can close your eyes and drift away and just occasionally say what you hear. You know,
I think what it is too.
Spaghetti.
Yeah,
Bingo. Applebee's.
Log.
Log.
Let me think. Oh, and you know what it is? I think also when you have them in your ears, your only objective is just to say what you're hearing. Whereas if like you're doing it in a room, we're trying to think and like have a conversation while the noise is going. So it's just like focusing on a singular thing.
Yeah, it is nice. Like one person is worrying about that singularly. The other person is just trying to have a conversation. It's nice. It's nice. It's fun. I haven't tired of it. Again, pseudoscience, like the very definition of it. There's no science underpinning this.
So that answers this question from Dean at Dean Novak 10 on Twitter. Did you have fun?
Yes!
It was a fun time.
This season has been an absolute fucking blast.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this season of Ghost Files and also for watching this season of Debrief. And I guess if you're looking for more Ghost Files goodies to tide you over until next year, subscribe to Patreon to be kept in the loop on the production of Season 2, which includes behind the scenes, bloopers, and more.
We've already started shooting Season 2, but there will be more going on throughout the year. We're going to be posting some stuff over on Patreon to keep you in the loop. If you're not a part of it, then you'll have to wait until the next season, unfortunately. But a lot of goodies going on over there. Also, keep your eyes peeled because Ryan is once again going to be posting absolutely unhinged videos begging you for your evidence for Season 2.
That's right.
Because it's your evidence that compels us to go to places. So,
that's right.
If you're out there, you've got a spooky video or photo of a place, let us know. And if you want to see even more of us, we're here all the time. You can watch us read and react to spooky stories written by you on Are You Scared?
Or you can watch us read and react to spooky stories written by you as well while drinking in Too Many Spirits, and oftentimes those are ghost stories. So,
they're very scary. And if you're over the ghouls and ghosts, you can check out Top 5 Beatdown, returning in January.
And of course, as some of you may know, we also have this show called Puppet History, which is returning this month.
The show is a blast. We just, we cover very strange history lessons from throughout time. And Ryan is, you have a great time on that show, don't you?
Sure.
Yeah. The new season's starting in a couple weeks. You got time to catch up.
And you could find out how the hell we're doing it, because the host is dead. How did you?
It should be interesting.
That's it from us, guys. Really, thank you all for showing up and supporting Ghost Files and making this season such a success. We really couldn't have done it without you if it wasn't for your support, but also your evidence and just it's been an amazing thing. We went on tour. That's all thanks to you guys.
It was an incredible season.
It was a crazy time, and I can't wait to do it again. So I guess we'll see you all next year for
Ghost Files Season 2.
But you could see more of us on those other shows.
That's right. Man, I can't believe Season 2 already. Damn.
That's right.
Damn, man.
That is crazy.
Damn.
What if we did Season 3 as well? Damn, that would be cool.
Damn, man.
That would be awesome.
Damn.
What if we logged that down for...
Locked that down, you mean? Log?
No, I thought I said log.
It sounded like you said log.
I didn't say log. Wait, log.
Damn, log.
Damn.
Log.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next year. Bye for Ghost Files.